Welcome to the 6 o'clock news. My name is Dana Corrigan and you are watching CBC1 News Hour. Tonight, a new phenomenon has been sweeping the nation. In what scientists have dubbed sleep, it seems that people are finding comfortable areas to lie horizontally with their eyes closed for up to 8 hours at a time, usually during the night. Sound crazy? Well, many people are actually reporting significant benefits from this new practice. Before I started sleeping, I was groggy all the time, I was irritable, I had trouble concentrating, but now I feel great. So what should you know to best prepare for something that seems destined to stay? Well, the first thing is that different age groups have different sleep needs. Newborn infants, for example, sleep 16 to 18 hours per day. However, their circadian rhythms are not yet fully matured, and so they oscillate between sleeping and waking throughout the day and night. Another important issue at this time is sudden infant death syndrome, which is the sudden and unexpected death of an infant under the age of 1. We go now to reporter Elizabeth, who is with an expert named Jean on this subject.
Thank you, Dana. So Jean, can you give us any more insight into what might cause SIDS?
The exact cause of SIDS is still unknown, although research has shown that it is most prevalent when infants are 2 to 4 months of age, which is when circadian rhythms normally begin to formulate. Research has also shown that SIDS victims tend to sleep longer than control infants, and together this research suggests that SIDS may be related to immaturity of sleep-related brain structures. It has also been postulated that infants rebreathing carbon dioxide may also be an important factor.
So is there anything parents can do to prevent SIDS?
There's no definite way to prevent SIDS, although there are a number of ways that we can reduce the risk. The most important factor that parents can control is infant sleeping position. Infants should always be put down on their backs, called the supine position, and never on their fronts, called the prone position. This is because putting infants down on their fronts can lead them to rebreathe carbon dioxide. Soft bedding should also be removed because heavy blankets and bumper pads can increase the level of carbon dioxide. Another proposed factor is prenatal and postnatal smoking and prenatal alcohol consumption, so it is important for mothers to refrain from these activities.
Thank you, Jessica.
As you can see, teenagers still need about 8.5 hours of sleep at night, but their body schedule changes, causing them not to become sleepy until later at night, and consequently want to sleep later in the morning. Unfortunately, most schools start early in the morning, making it really hard for teenagers to get enough sleep. This can lead to a vicious cycle of sleep deprivation, where measures taken to reduce sleepiness during school hours end up reinforcing the delayed phase. For some more information about our sleepy teenagers, our correspondent Jess will be interviewing adolescent sleep researcher Sarah Bailey.
Some of the risks associated with teens being sleep deprived.
There's been a lot of research supporting the idea that being sleep deprived impairs learning, concentration, and teens who don't get adequate sleep are also more likely to participate in risk-taking behaviors, like not wearing a seatbelt, experimenting with drugs and alcohol, things like that. And also 51% of teenagers report having driven while drowsy in the past year.
How can we help teens be less sleep deprived during the day?
One option being looked at is delaying school start times, so that lets teens get more sleep on their own schedule, just so generally in the morning. So one school in Kentucky did this, delaying school start times by about an hour, and they found that learning improved, teens were happier and getting more sleep each night, and car crash rates also went significantly down, 16.5% in that county, whereas they went up 7.5% in the entire state over the same period of time. And another important thing is teaching teens about good sleep habits. So things like exercising, avoiding caffeine late at night, and not having televisions in the bedroom can all greatly increase sleep quality.
Thank you for sharing that information.
Thank you.
I will now be interviewing Milton, an expert on sleep in the elderly. Sleep in the elderly is quite different from sleep in teens, right?
Yes. Unlike adolescents, elderly people tend to fall asleep early in the evening and then subsequently wake up early in the morning in a phenomenon that's known as the advanced sleep phase. Now, we understand this might not be ideal for most elderly people, so we've developed a little device here that helps them, which I'll demonstrate now how to use. This is a light. It's feeding light directly into my eye, and what it's doing is ceasing the melatonin production in my brain, which is one of the neuromodulators of sleep, which is going to help me get to sleep later at night. Yes.
Is there anything else the elderly should know about their sleep?
Yes, yes. The elderly should be aware that getting poor night's sleep has been independently found to correlate with cognitive decline in old age, so it's very important that they consolidate that sleep at night.
What can they do?
Well, getting plenty of activity during the day, especially mental activity, helps them consolidate that sleep at night. Or they could just get one of these little devices and consolidate sleep.
Sad No More Miracle Light, call now! It's yours for only 3 installments of $49.99 plus shipping and handling. But wait, there's more! If you call in the next 10 minutes, we'll throw in a second Sad Light free!